want to apologize that I haven't been, well, I do feel like I should apologize because I made a promise that I was gonna live stream every other day or every day. But, like most schedules, they are never at line during this time frame. But I made it clear in my mind that I was going to choose Arisha next. And I have a little bit of a history with Arisha. But when I started my guild, I started with an Arisha player. And it's thanks to him that I have forever wanted to try out his class. He went by the name of Stardust. He unfortunately also a player that had to leave for life circumstances, didn't make it to the game, but he was very much a well deserved friend, and also someone that was willing to sacrifice his time and also investment into the game for the guild. And he didn't really mind at all to help people and use his, generosity to be there for others. However, through the time that I've been mostly more dedicated to the game than he was, it was already apparent that I would be leading the game, the guild entirely, without him. But I took it upon myself to, learn why he liked this character so much. He would tell me that he liked Arisha because it almost felt to him like he was playing a katana reference or katana type of character. We're gonna do a 1 hour session. This is like 10 a.m. Eastern time frame, and I did go to do my taxes, but the scheduling for appointment didn't get there, and neither did the walking. So I just got back from me sitting there for 30 minutes outside, and they weren't even allowing people to go in without appointment. So I went back home. And well, we're going to see if we're going to make a call or try to find it online after, or I'll do it after to resolve this issue. I literally just need a pin. That's literally all I need. But they make it where even to do all that just to get a simple lock code is impossible. And it gets worse because it's almost peak season, so it's like an issue. And I didn't sleep right. I was having some I wouldn't say nauseous, but I had an espresso shot. You know what an espresso shot is? So I have an espresso machine. And it takes the little cups, the little capsules, not the small one, like the round ones, the big ones, and they, how do you say, takes it based on the caffeine dosage. So I took one of the small ones, and it woke me up so long that I was like, holy crap, this is strong. I'm so used to my 7.77 ounces of high place, so I figured that I was definitely not gonna have proper sleep going through all this, but I kept my level-headed calm that let's hope that today was the day where we're gonna resolve that, but that wasn't gonna happen. So but me and my father have plans that we're gonna be persistent and still try, so that is the mission. Also, I don't want to show my face today. I'll try to show it in other videos because I also want to keep it expense, not to overuse my electricity. Like nothing here is for free, even though it says it's free, but it is free will to do what you need as long as you have money. So we're gonna do a story now. When there is an event that I think at that point of time in the past, let me chose like a specific character where I can boost them up to 100. But when I did that, it kind of blocked out some of the storylines that I was going through with Arisha. So I kind of was off and on with her. So there's some missions that I can't even do on like the dailies. But regardless, it still brought her to season 3, I think. So right in the beginning of season 3 though. So we're gonna go through that and practice with Arisha. Now I do have an understanding that Arisha is one of the complex classes of Vindictus because she also has what's called mana. She's one of the mana users. So like I said, I'm trying her out. I'm not completely expert and knowledge on her, but I do know that if we get through her through the story and through the or through her play style, I will have a better understanding of her. Now I've been already going through some hiccups with the guild. They have their own, not saying all of them, but I'm saying that I was almost certain that I knew a little bit about Arisha, but it looks like an end content might reveal something different. So let's start before I start rambling away my nonsense. But yeah, let's go ahead. So now it's asking me to do the support boxes. So I guess I also got her some makeup. That way she looks presentable. Let's see, where is the boxes? 40, 90. I'm pretty sure she's 105. So where's the 105 box? Oh, that's like, oh, there, that's where it is. Okay. Oh, I have so much that I have no room. Okay, so we're gonna see if we have, yeah, we got something here that says permanent. Okay, so then we could get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this. A lot of stuff I need to get rid of. Like maybe I can just incinerate it really quickly. Yeah, this is all the grinding that I was doing on her. All the grinding. You'd be surprised when you have, like me, you had no job, no nothing. The situation with his family kind of gets too conflicted that all they can do is leave you alone and like forget about you for the 4 days that they're working and you're not. And it's like, difficult sometimes. It's not like you don't want to work. It's just that every time you make what is it? And the chance to apply and then people don't really want to take you in because they don't like you or they just don't think you're worth it. It makes it difficult to work in general, especially if you're living in a not in a good precarious state. So what do? Well, you have a computer, you can do some talking, some live streaming, maybe some grinding, things of that nature. So that's what kind of bestowed upon me when I have a guild. And since, nobody really kind of helps me build up the guild points, I start doing guild points. And then throughout the guild points, well, even though I'm still not where I want to be, like, look at it, I got 902,000, and I should be at 1 million at this point, but they take so much that you have to constantly grind, but then it's also, you know, slightly difficult because you want your guild to look good from the outside, and you also want to extend the buffs from the outside as well, from the inside as well. But it takes so much guild points. That's why a lot of people try to recruit as much as possible to get those points up, you know. But I didn't mind doing all the grind. But then it got really drainy. But it's kind of satisfying because then you never know, because sometimes the game will update and do more guild points where you get the opportunity to grind those points as well, and then all of a sudden you have a lot of guild points on each ult. This was a way to get money, but then they made one of the items in the guild chest impossible to become a product to sell in the marketplace. So now instead of helping yourself, now you can't even help yourself, only through the chance that you'll get something that literally helps you when it comes to gear or any type of advances that you need in the game. Which I was also going to talk about something, a little secret, I would say. I'm just gonna keep it like a normal story mode here, so that I don't want to get in like anybody the wrong idea. But I need to kind of pour something secretly, you know, so that I don't overly expose certain gimmicks in the game. But even though some players already know how the whole thing with Naxxon is. Oh, so that's her mana thing. Oh, okay. Okay, I see now. Okay, so I'm learning. I thought it was just a one thing, but let's see. So when she does that, when she does her mana ruin, her blade is ready to attack Bud, but it takes away mana. Okay, so yeah, I don't have to use that consistently. She's in that stance. Okay, so she can turn it off and on. Turn it off and on. Okay, got it. No, don't turn it off. Turn it off. Okay. Okay. So my little secret is those that have been severely active in the game have a greater advantage over the ones that are returning. What do I mean by that? So whenever you guys return, and then there's active players like me and other players that are active. God, doing this wrong. I'm a terrible person. Not enough mana, so take that off. Okay, got it. So when you're active in the game and you gear up by crafting. You craft everything, or you get it from somebody that is selling on the marketplace, like a plus 13 weapon or armor. Why is that important? I'll tell you right now. I think I made this a little too loud that I can't hear. Let me lower this. Oh, this is with mana. Stop it. Stop doing that. Oh my God. Am I wearing the right thing? Oh, that's why I'm dumb. Wow, okay, whatever. I'll do it later. Let's see, let me lower the audio on this. Okay. Okay. There's this small little secret that it's not much of a secret, but it's not something that people want to think about, or something that I don't know, honestly. I think it should be talked about. So when you get free gear, it is crucial when you get free gear, you are only getting it for free temporarily. Why? Because the game is trying to help you. However, there's a catch. There's a complete catch. So I discovered this a couple months ago. So whenever I extract my gear, and it's all tuned out, and it like literally tuned out, I use my extraction room. And from what I understand, for a very long time, because I don't use the free gear, I've been using my gear that I've crafted over time. I've crafted it, I've used it. Whenever the game decides to throw a new gear, everyone's initiative in the game that's been active is to get that new gear immediately. And most of the time, it's to craft it in any way, and then extract it so that all of the items that you did from that craft goes to the next craft. And your question might be, but isn't that the same thing? No, it's not. So it's almost kind of basic pro knowledge not to use what the game gives you, because it's only there to be a temporary fix to help you get through the missions. What does that mean? Okay, so I will explain that. Right now, the Hero Leap is prompting you to use the tickets to tune your Orna, correct? But then it tells you, before you do that, it's telling you that as soon as you tune, you won't be able to transfer all of the tuning from that weapon or from that gear set to the next set. Which doesn't make any sense, right? Like, you're telling me, the game is saying, yeah, you're gonna use this to learn how to tune, but you can transfer all this to the next one. And you're just like, why? That's a waste of money. You're right, it is a waste of money. You're extracting only to get 0 in the 120. So I have a little bit of proof with this. This was before the Heroes League. I had a player, I'm not saying who, I'm not gonna say names. I had a player that you know, they didn't listen. They refused to listen, completely listen. I would tell them, you need to use crafted gear from somebody. And they're like, no, I already have my free gear because the game gave it to me. And I said, okay, use the free gear, no problem. I'm thinking, okay, this is not gonna go bad. And then they were, you know, doing the questions, do I tune this, do I tune that? I'm like, tune it, tune whatever you want. Like, just, you know, do it, whatever makes you happy. So they take it, and then they waited, because, you know, they're type of players that just want to farm to base. They don't want to like listen to you for whatever reason. They think you're wrong, and then they want to be right and want to be, you know, kind of self-empowering. But that's not really why. You know, this, as leaders, we don't really care about that. I'm like, we're trying to help you because we care, okay? Like, if you don't want to care, then suffer, or whatever floats your boat. So when it's time to extract, I tell them, okay, I'm thinking it should extract no matter what. It should extract right into the 120 gear, no problem. Guess what? As soon as they extracted, the only thing that they extracted through was the scrolls. And the tuning literally was, what is this? The tuning was 0 to the next one. This was before the hero's leap. Oh my god. I'm having a hard time. I'm so dumb! I'm so dumb! What am I doing? Oh my gosh, because I keep doing that. That's why. Okay. Wow, she died. This is why you use the free gear just to get through the story. Oh, I need to stop doing that. So, Arisha is the same, almost the same like Mir is what I'm getting at. You need to be careful overusing the mana blade. Completely. Okay, got it. I'm just gonna use my combos at this point. Set block. Okay, so let me check if anybody said anything in the live chat because it's so early in the morning, but yet still. Lower phone so that I can take a look. Okay, no one said anything yet. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna put it in the description. I'm gonna make a claimer as well. Claimer is that I am just saying nonsense. Don't believe my nonsense. Secretly. I don't want to get flagged by Vindictus or Nexon, or I don't know if it matters, but either way, I think it's still crucial because I feel like I made already a mistake trying to get everybody to do something that at the end of the day it's only costing them some money. It's not intentional, guys. It's not really that's not my intention. Like, I want you guys to love the game, but still, you still got to be careful exactly how to play the game right instead of because it's kind of funny because they don't want you to tune. They want you to tune using the tickets, but then it says you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot transfer it over to the next weapon. So, because extraction is supposed to transfer the tuning and the surplus or the destruction to the next one. That is what it's supposed to do. Because it's coming from an item that's been crafted. If it's not crafted and you're taking liberty of using the free gear in hopes that the free gear is going to help you forever, it's a bargain. It's a huge bargain to play with, and it's not something that you should avoid, because if you think about it, how come I have no problem with it? How come I'm avoiding doing the hero sleep? There's gotta be a reason why I'm not doing it. And it's not like I'm trying to hide anything. It's just that where I am right now, I feel like my best instinct that leads me towards it is crafting it on my own. If that makes sense. When I get through all the girls, like I said, I will showcase one of my characters that have a crafted weapon. One of them is a cow. I've already started to level him up a little more and get him ready to max out, and then eventually when I have means to get money, like hopefully maybe somewhere a job opportunity will pop up somehow, even if it's not for a lot of money, but still something is something, right? While I do this on a schedule. So I will showcase what I mean. If you find that some YouTubers somehow say don't use the free gear, it's because they don't want you to waste your money. At first it looks kind of, you know, like off. Like, why would you want to tell me that? Because the game is trying to scam you. The game is trying to get you to use what's temporarily, because they don't tell you that when you return, because they know that. They want to psychologically somehow lure you into this idea that the free gear is going to help you right away. It's only going to help you temporarily. It's a temporarily fix. And then the rest you have to recraft everything. Because that way, when you extract, which you should extract, on the other Orna, that's why in the golden event times it shows. Is it really funny when, okay, like, think about it. The golden time event comes. The golden time event shows you a 15 enhancement coupon for all of your weapon and for your armor. Your whole concern is getting the hero leap or the story progression out of the way in order you can get a 15 itself through that mechanic. Because enhancing now takes like a million years almost, because they made it easier. Okay, so I'm doing terribly. So I need to be careful not to do the mana blade. Or the putting mana on my weapon. Yes, it gives her enhanced. It gives you an enhanced damage, but you don't want to overuse it because it overuses mana completely. I'm trying to block this. So yeah, that's the secret. I will rewrite a portion of it onto the description. I know it's gonna sound terrible, but if I don't tell you now, and then other people start saying similarly, I just want you to know that, like, at first, I know, it sounds terrible. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like almost the game is punishing you for leaving and never returning. But life happens. You can't just, you know. So you have to be careful when you do return. Ask the right questions. I noticed this because somebody was selling a weapon. And I was thinking, wait, why are they selling a weapon if they're gonna get a free gear? Well, it's because not everybody remembers or knows that when you try to extract, and then you pay attention to other players, how they extract, I'm like, wait, the extraction rune doesn't give it to me? That's not what I remember. I remember whenever I extract, I would get my tuning and everything on one weapon. That's because I always crafted it. So, when you're not active for a long time, you are almost baited. Because that's what happens. But I'm not saying to craft if you don't have the means to craft. And yes, you can experiment what I said. If maybe instead of using the tuning tickets, maybe you can tune it without it, see if it does anything. But I'm pretty sure if you try to tune the free gear, you try to extract it, it's still not gonna overdo it. So in order to prove that theory, I'm going to do that during my HO grind or my KEL grind and see if I do. And if I do, I will mention it in the next video, on the next live stream of any character, as we go through right now another 30 minutes with Arisha. Alright, enough from the gear talk. What is it about Arisha that I really like? Arisha is very interesting. She's the classic modern woman of sexiness. She fits very well with all curves. She's an older woman. She's oh my god, I need to open the other box. Where'd it go? There it is. I need to make space. I need to make space. What do you mean timeout? Spellsword. Spellsword. I know she has a secondary weapon. I've always been a fanatic more of Spellsword because it's one of those things where it looks challenging, it looks more interesting to deal with. It's not boring, I guess. Like, I guess maybe the concept as the original weapon is more appealing because it gives Arisha more of a dynamics flex and a more of a appeal towards her time warp magic. And it just kind of feels like she's more mystic rather than the spell whip. Oh yeah, I've seen people use spell whip. And there's a... And I guess from observing, spell whip players are quite promiscuous. When I see a Spellsword Arisha, they're not promiscuous, they're actually very humble, very understanding, very cohesive and empathic rather than the players that are spell whip. Maybe that's just a sterilization, but that's kind of the players I experience in the game to be. Let's read over her skills because I'm trying to understand her mana edge. Affects all Spellsword attacks and behavior of the mana crystal. You start with a battle with 250 and mana power referred to mana edge and mana drain. Skill description: how to gain more MP. Okay, so the higher the rank, more quickly you can attack. So all of her rank is maxed out. So her mana tends to run out, which is, I pretty much got an understanding of that. People are saying use the mana play. I say be careful. But I'm pretty sure more Arisha players that play actively in the game would understand better. Can I just... Give me a moment. Okay. It says kind of. Okay. Oh. $80. Okay. And I continue. I might have some. Okay. So not that bad, not that bad. I'm being careful with her skill. As I go through, I learn. I see it as not as hard, but still. Only because these are like, you know, missions that are from the story mode, not like something I would think just because I'm going through them that I am gonna automatically think I know what I'm doing, but it's just a lesson that I rinse and repeat. But with every class, it's different, so that's why I'm trying to understand her as I play her. she's also kind of comforting. Like, I'm going through a terrible time right now with my life and everything, and peer pressure from my dad. Like, you know, find a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. You can't just be live streaming. He doesn't believe in live streaming. He doesn't believe that YouTube will do anything. But I'm like, well, I'm putting in the work now on it, and you can't rush me. Like, I gotta calm down. I can't just make this. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. But you know how parents are. They're like, you're with me now, you're not with your sister. I'm like, yeah, my sister has a work and a boyfriend and a job and whatever, and you're probably more happy with her than you are with me, but oh my god, like, I've been trying. It's not like I haven't. So it kind of feels like annoying when you're being looked down upon. So it's comforting to see Arisha. I find comfort in her in general. Like, she's like I guess like a mother, like an actual mother to you. Like, oh, it's okay, you'll be okay. But she kind of does that with Silas when she goes on the boat. And it's really interesting how she interacts with Silas, because she's like, he's stressing out that he's being looked at and being almost insecure or feeling a certain way, and he's like, you don't need to change anything, you just accept yourself. So she's definitely always been a supported type of class, not just in like friendship wise, but that's what different about her when it comes to Spellsword. People that are playing Spellsword tend to be very genuine people, very caring, very empathic, like I said, sincere, genuine. And then the spell whips ones are not really like that, at least from my experience. But that's how I kind of look. Maybe it's not what I think it is. Maybe it's just something I experienced. But throughout the time I've been in the game, that's kind of what I've been experiencing. Kind of the same thing with lands, like fierce people tend to be more energetic, and the ones that are twin swords tend to be extremely antisocial. You can never get the one you really want. But it's okay. Sometimes you end up meeting both of you. Sometimes you meet an antisocial spears, and then a really energetic, enthusiastic twin swords. Okay, that is a little bit extreme. I need to stop doing that, because I put her tab on right next to my keys, so I need to be careful. Overly using it can get me in trouble. Okay, I'll use this. Stop it. I was hoping to do a little short for her with a little bit of nice music, but I never got there. I eventually will. But it's so much fun going through all the live stream and hearing myself, reviewing myself. It's fun. I enjoy it. I get to see where I lacked. I get to, get better for every trial I do. So I always enjoy trying to better myself. I don't ever think I'm perfect, because that's just something of an artist. We artists are never perfect. We're never kind of happy. It will be the right thing to say. We're not happy. We always feel like we could do always better. And we just forget to value ourselves, even though people are valuing who we are and our talents. But we're like, no. It's that drive, I always want to get better. Try and try again. So that's where I stand into. So that's where. Let's hope I get lucky after this live stream and I start applying again and see if someone responds. If they don't, well, I'll keep going with my project. It's not like life is going to torment me for the rest of my life. But for anybody that's been feeling that way as well, just know that I completely feel you. Really feel you. No matter where you are in the world, you're also probably trying your best, and you're just like, ah, that's so annoying. I know. We'll get through this. We will have what we want. We will have our dreams. We will have what we always wanted. Okay, so we're gonna do Sheenin Luth. Sheenin. I'm kidding. That's not how you say it. Shining Luth. Notice that I'm not using Paul. Because I don't really need it. Oh, because she's going at that 96. 96 attack speed. Oh my god. Okay, so... I'm terrible at this. That man is going down so badly. Alright, do a... Where is her ult? There's her ult. Oops! You're so purdy. I call her hot grandma, but she is kinda a hot grandma. She's older. Maybe if I show this to my friend, he will come back, but I doubt it. I like, look Stardust, I did a video of your class. Come back, please. He was the first admin. I owe it to him. There. Okay. Sorry, it's making us walk our way back here. Okay, we're gonna go walk. And I mean it. To those that have an issue with me or don't like me for some reason. I don't know anything about you. All I know is that you heard rumors of me, lies and deception. But just know that I appreciate the class you play. So I hope that we could meet one day in the game and dissolve this tension. But like I said, Arisha is a class that I first-handedly experienced when I built my guild. So for those that play her, and have a problem with me, just know that I don't care who you are. I still appreciate the class no matter what. Even if you don't, because for some reason people believed I'm this ugly, villainous person that they out me to be. I will play Spell Whip eventually, but for now I'm gonna do Spellsword, because it has a memory with it. But with Spell Whip I kind of have some bad memories. But I'll overcome these memories with good positivity. So we're gonna keep going. Oh, I love this coffee. But since I haven't been sleeping right, I probably am gonna crash soon, but it's okay. Okay, so that's how it's done. Okay. There. I have to be very careful doing that skill. There are enemies that are just coming after you, and they don't let you have your day of time. Okay, so we're gonna... The blade is... and the blade is active. Well, she's definitely confident. A confident class. Definitely feels like I can definitely feel why players pick her. Definitely confident, definitely powerful, definitely just overall like you got something else more to do. Like she feels super comfortable for players that really are comfortable with her complexity. But she has SP and she also has mana power. So you have something else to manage at least. So this prompts me to give me a better understanding of why players choose her, why my previous friend chose her, and then now my guild members. I have 2 Arishas in the guild. One is already doing a lot of investment into his class. He is awesome. Shout out to Ashir. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for supporting the guild, being yourself. Just know that, you know, I take, you know, consideration of every class that I try to understand so that I can help my guildmates out or other players out. I may not be the best teacher, but or best guidance to go to, but definitely control with mana or mana blade. And it looks like, based on what I'm feeling right now, is that she definitely doesn't have any problems with SP. You just have to learn to manage it. I haven't used the werewolf paw yet, and I mean I can try to use it right now, see if it does anything. Let's try what it really does. Because when you don't play a class that someone's trying to understand, it makes it difficult for you to make judgment, or at least the right guidance towards it. Because every class, like I said, is not the same like every other class. Like you know your class when you know your class. Like sometimes we get the betterment of ourselves when it comes to playing the game for a long time. Like you think you might know something about the class, but when you reach end content, from my understanding is, from my perspective, is throwing in the combos, using mana blade when necessary, watching for that mana. My eyes typically my comfort zone level is making sure that mana is controlled. If it's not controlled, then I'm gonna have problems in the long run. So then I have to really pick what artifact is for me. If I'm going to consume SP and then convert my SP to mana, then I shouldn't have any problem. But if I'm going to reach end game, and then there are bosses that take away your SP, or they take away your stamina input, you don't have the chance to definitely time your attacks. I think the problem will still be towards I think more mana. So then that would mean that you would not really use let's try werewolf paw. So it will make her attacks obviously faster. Then I would gain enough SP back. See, I gain enough SP back. And my skills that require SP, I would take advantage. Okay, so. And then, yeah. With her other skills, it converts the SP into mana, refilling her mana. Getting a little bit better on understanding. I'm getting there. I'm not saying I'm the best. Okay, so, oh my god. With that mana blade, she has a summon, what is this thing called? This is called the Mana Crystal Timer. Okay, so and he did. Definitely a fun experience. Definitely something I love experiencing new things with new characters. The characters I've never touched for a while, but definitely I'm enjoying it. I am definitely enjoying it. There we go. Okay, we're gonna keep going until we get a better understanding. We're just probably gonna reach maybe 1 hour and 20 minutes probably, because I really want to get to my other priorities at the moment, and I'll come up with a different new picture for Arisha. That way it doesn't look like the repetitive of the pictures I currently have on some of the cover live streams. So let's do something challenging. Let's see how this there. That's I think this one is a little try for a harder boss. Just want to see how she fares well with Paul. But now my bowel's hitting me. So I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry it took that long. I'm probably gonna end this a little early because my bowels are not being nice to me, so. Okay, so we're gonna do something. We're gonna visit an old dungeon. We're gonna visit this one, yeah. So I activated my mana blade by instinct. Take that off. So see what I'm doing? I'm turning it off and on, just to play around with the attacks and the skill set. I probably shouldn't be doing that, because that's probably not something any player is doing. But if that's something that you definitely think works, then it works to consume, to conserve your mana and also your SP at the same time. Which means you can indeed control both of usage, as long as they regenerate for you. Which means, to some degree, you don't necessarily need a lot of speed, but if the speed does help you, choose Paul. For me, it seems it works in my favor to use it, because if I were to have her in the future in the end content, I would definitely go for Paul. Then I would choose the other stuff. Maybe because I've been so used to Paul, that's my preference, and I feel like I can handle it with Paul. But at the same time, Arisha, like other classes, does not heal. But it makes it easier for you to get used to Paul, so that your damage input is higher, or at least to some extent higher, based on the equivalent stats that you added here rather than using a goddess statue. But that's if you are comfortable with that. I don't want to make this a biased video, so this is from my perspective. I definitely learned a lot playing her just now. We're gonna do a repeat of this boss just to see the difference. It might be maybe better to do a harder boss, but I don't have the time right now. But definitely something to look for into, definitely something better. So yeah, I'm gonna, because you see, when you start, you have mana power already halfway your bar. That's the thing. So then you would have to build up the SP. Okay, I go again. I'm gonna do this, and then after that, use mana blade. And then it turns it off. Once you stop reusing it, use the other skills. I think my stomach is cooling down a little bit. Okay, so we got a couple more minutes. So I'm gonna do something harder. Let's go with a... We're gonna do Maka. Let's see how it works for her. It's a little bit challenge. Block or attack. Well, that was interesting. Oh wow, I got a drop. Probably for expertise. Alright guys, I will end it here. I was gonna do something different too. Thank you for watching. Those that just got to my channel, nice to meet you all. Hope what you have seen about Arisha, whether if you want to try her out by all means. Current Arisha that are in the game, please continue to use her, please continue to main her. Your class is always appreciated. If not from others, then you'll know that I definitely appreciate your class. She's unique and she has a time stop mechanic, and that should always be something of hers to be recognized for, as well as her bond with Era and everything. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This will be uploaded in 24 hours, so you'll see this being posted with a cover photo labeled with it. And yeah, thank you so much, and hope you have a wonderful week, weekend or week, of those that are living on the other side of the world. And yeah, this is from the United States of America and in the Florida Eastern side. Thank you so much, and I hope that welcome back to Vindy, and I hope that some of my little secret intel keep that in your not in your mind, but keep that in mind. Yeah, keep that in mind, and see if it works out for you. All right. If not, you can always try to whisper me in game as Spirit Ren, or just look into my card, which is, you know, all of the characters of my character. So you can just type in Spirit Ren and see which character I'm online. You are always welcome to whisper me if you need anything, or if I'm not online. Yeah, also you can also add me on Discord if you like. If not, it's all right. Just take what you can get out of this video, and yeah, we'll see each other next time. Have a good day. Have a good evening. If you're at work or somewhere, or dealing with some stress, just know that everything will be alright. Just keep a level head. I know things are hard, even hell, it's hard for me. So, yeah. See you next time.